Good morning, my friends. Welcome back. I thought I would carry on with our journal for Peperomia. So we left off after we did the cover. It's not finished, obviously, because I need to add to the spine, but I can't do any of that until after we sew the signatures in. I put two of them together, and we'll put one together on camera, and I wanted to show you, this is how I do my holes, whether you use a pokey tool of some sort or if you have the Big Bite. I do the height of the journal cover just like that, 2 inches wide because it's a 2-inch spine. And then I fold it in half, and then I take this and I fold it to that center line, both sides, fold it up for the center, and then I fold up the two ends. And I always make sure I put a T for the top. Once I did forget, but it was all right. And so that is your template. And so I clip it in and I made my holes. You can't really see them here, but I know that they're there. Oop, you can see them on that side there. And then once the signatures are put into it, then we'll cover it up. And I printed off the ephemera today. So what do I have? I have some kit pages, and what I did is I backed them on each other. And it just gives them a little more stability. Yes, there's white showing. You can trim it off. You can ink it up and color it. You know, whatever you'd like. This one I didn't because I printed double side. You can do that as well. It saves on the paper or whatever. But I have some book page, music page, ledger page. This is some of that construction paper that I showed from the dollar store. And then I have some of my my lovely coffee dye paper. So, and this is all I do. You can take a center page first if you want. I'll start at the center, and then I just take a page, and then I'll take one of these. And I did them because I want to see that side in the center. So I'll take another kit page. It doesn't matter what order, honestly, it doesn't. It's however you want to do it. No, I don't want a small one. Let me see. Oh, those are all small. Okay, don't matter then. Doesn't matter then. Bring it up just a little. And then I'll pull up the book page. And then the coffee page. And I think I put in 13 pages each. I'm trying to remember. And I didn't add any doily pages into this one. So I didn't think that was necessary this time. And then he will be on the cover. And so there we go. So that's that one. And then this is the other two that I had done. So I want him in the front and the middle there. And so those will be our signatures. And now I have all of these portrait pages. I've already backed them on each other. They are not glued or anything. And I'm going to make a tall, skinny journal. Why not? I know I'll probably be using some of the recipe pages in here as elements, but yeah, so let's threads. I was searching for my threads and I just found them. But I really like this color. I won't sew them on video, but I will show you my process of what I do. So you just make sure the pages are the way you want them. And I clip them in. I'm going to do one on either side. And it's just so that they don't move around, just like that. All right. So let me just, I always get ahead of myself, but, so I'm going to make sure I have the top, and I'll just bring it to the side. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just make sure that the top and the bottom are even for space. And then I am going to grab my pen. And what I do is I just mark where the hole marks are that I have here. So I just bring a line up on all three, just like that. There we go. So there's marks, you probably can't see them, the three marks that I've made. And so then I will take this off. I'm not sure how anyone else does it, but this is how I do it. And I will fold it in the opposite direction, put it into the center, and then make the holes. Does that make sense? So that's what I'm going to do. And then I'll come back and we will sew them in. Okay, I made all the holes. I didn't want to do that on camera because it sometimes takes me a while. Sorry, I just had to have a drink of coffee. So what I do is I do 3 lengths of my cover and a little bit, 2, 3, and I do that little bit because I might add things to the end of the string. This is wax thread, 3 signatures, so I'm going to do 3 pieces here. Ooh. There we go. My other one, the light cream color, I ran out of that one, but this is quite a nice color to add to this journal with the colors of the pages and stuff. I'm just going to look for a needle and hope I don't stick myself. It happens. And the wax thread is pretty easy. We've used it before. If you go through the wax thread with your needle, it's very easy to remove it. So I'm going to start at the back, and if I measured properly, then it should all be good. And if not, well, you know, then it won't be going to anybody. It'll be staying with me, and then I'll just make another one. But like I said, I am going to make a tall skinny. So, oh, come on. So that'll be fun to do as well. So that's a long, oh my goodness. Sorry, I just need to pull it a little more. So I went through the inside, come up. I'm going to go down, back out through the bottom hole, and then through the cover. Just like that. Right? And then I'll come back up into the middle hole, just like that. And then come back through the hole of the signature. And because my pages are clipped together, it's a little easier. So then I just tighten it a little bit. You don't want it so that it rips the paper, but tight enough where it is not going to move. And I'll do a couple of knots, and there really is a lot of thread here, so I will just trim it. But I am going to leave that bit on there. So there's the first one, and that's the back. And then we have the second one. And it's not going to be so wide or thick that I can't add a lot of elements to it. You know, you can do 3D elements, or you can do some interactive pages or whatever. Look at that. That one I left in the center. But you know what? I'm not even going to change it. I'm just going to leave it alone. I don't want to mess with it because I'm not going to turn off the camera again. So I went through the center, go up through the top, and then through the top hole of the signature. And it's not so full of pages that I can't find the hole easily. So then down to the bottom. I thought about a 5-hole pamphlet stitch, but it's not really needed for this one because it's just a regular sized journal. It's not a tall one. So there's that, and then it goes back through the center. And I know I would never get it through the back and then through this at the same time, so that's why I just bring it up through the cover. So there. Make sure both of your strings are on opposite sides, and that's what tightens it. Okay. But there's lots of pages in here to create on. So there we go. There's that one. And then the first one right here. So that'll be good right there. Last string. And with wax thread, you don't have to fight it going through the eye of your needle. It just does it. Oops, what's going on? There we go. There's my hole. There it is. Through the top. Oh. Of course, the last one is going to give me troubles, right? Where's my pokey tool? I use my pokey tool to figure out where the hole is. Right there. And then that helps me to get it through, maybe. What in the world's going on? Sorry. I just need to maybe stretch it a little bit more. There we go. There's one in every crowd, right? So then down through the bottom. There we go. All right, and then through the center. Just loosen it a bit if it's giving you troubles. Oh my goodness, Brenda. Okay, so when that happens, your needle goes through, but doesn't go through the center. Then I just need to find where it came up, which I cannot find. Oh, it went through the back page. Okay, just takes some fiddling. So this one's going to give me a headache. There it is. So we don't want it there. Nope, I can feel it going through. I'm so sorry. You can fast forward through this part if you want. It's okay. All right, I finally got it. So it went through the thread. I'm not even going to be bothered by that because it can just be separated. Like the wax thread is pretty easy to separate like that. See, and then it's separated. And then you just, whew, that was a lot of work. All right, so there we go. And I'll just tie it off. Just like that. Cut a bit of it off. Whew, and there we go. Get this out of the way, oops. And there's our journal. 3 signatures. Oh, and they're at the same height. Yay! All right, and so there's so much goodness in here. Every page you can write your own recipes. You can add pictures with your recipes. This can be written on, like all kinds of stuff can be done in here. So I'm really happy with how it turned out. I still haven't decided on the front and back there. And then there's our spine. Now, I think I want to cover the spine. So I have this trim, but I also have this. Let's see if I can open it. There we go. So if that goes on there, and then the trim, what do you think? Or I have this trim, similar but not as much gather as this one. So I was trying to figure out which one I want. Actually, I do like that one better. But I also have this lace. But I can still see the string under there. So that's what I don't want to see. So if I do that, I wonder if I can add both. Would that be too much? I wonder. That's really nice. And then add a trim. What do you think of that? You know, I think I do like it. Oh, take the tape off of that. That's the last of my roll that I had. So let's do that, shall we? I have my Fabri-Tac. Just going to use it. Come on. There we go. And this is one of my upholstery pieces that I had. Oh, sorry, no it's not. It's an actual big piece of fabric. I had been trying so many things on the spine and I wasn't sure about any of them. So I'm going to make sure there's enough glue so that it does not come off. And then I'll add glue to the edges once I have this on. Oh. This velveteen or velvet stuff, it sure collects dust. Just a little bit more than I needed there. There we go. It's nice and soft. There we are. I'll trim up after everything is dry. Oh, let's see. That is so pretty. What do you think? Let's do it. This one I may have to use my finger tool just because this lace, but maybe not. It's soaking right in to this fabric. Oh no, that's not gonna work. So I'll lay it out straight as I can. There we go. My goodness, that's pretty. And then the trim, let's see here. I just don't know. See, now I'm second guessing myself. Oh, maybe I like this one better. What do you think? I wish you could tell me. But I think I'm going to go with this one. So I'm just going to add glue down the edge here, just to tack it down, and then I'll add glue to the rest that's needed here. Oh yeah. Oops, gotta bring it up a little more. Like I said, any trimming that I need to do, I will do it when it's dry. Here's that. What do you think? And then I do have enough, so it's good. But I'm thinking I have to trim right here just a little bit. It seems to be a little wide, so I'm just going to snip it down. Oops. Here we go. And then I'll just run with the glue up here, just underneath the folds there. Just to hold it in place. That's cute. What do you think? Hopefully you like it. And then I'll do the same with this one. I'm just going to cut it off right there. Let's do the same thing. I just think it gives it a finished edge, which is really nice. There we are. I'm just going to turn it to the side. And of course it needs drying time, but that's with anything, right? There. Let's see if I can close it. Oh, that does look pretty. And then that's the back of it. You can add a dangle, spine dangle. So let me see if I can. Nope, I'll wait till it's dry. I have to stop myself. I also found one of my cookbooks here that I'm going to add some stuff in here, but anyway, that is for today, I think, just because I need it to dry and I don't want to keep stopping the camera and turning it on and, you know, the stop and start. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that. And when we come back together, hopefully I will figure out what I'm going to do with the back and front covers and yeah, do something with them. All right. Okay, so questions, comments, please leave them below and let me know what you think of this. Okay? Thanks so much for hanging out. God bless, take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.